Scarlett Johansson is trending again. But this time, the story is not a shocking arrest, a public feud, or a sudden disappearance. It is something quieter, more calculated. A familiar face returning to the center of the conversation while revealing almost nothing by accident. In the latest wave of attention, Johansson appears across entertainment coverage as an actress, a businesswoman, and a figure whose private life remains carefully guarded. That combination is rare in an age built on constant exposure. The question is not simply why people are searching her name. The question is why, after decades in the public eye, Scarlett Johansson still knows how to make silence feel like news. Part of the renewed attention comes from a Sunday broadcast profile focused on Johansson's life beyond the movie set. The subject was not only fame, but skin care. Her company, The Outset, has positioned itself around simple products for sensitive skin, drawing on Johansson's own experiences and frustrations. The idea is straightforward. No impossible promises. No fantasy of becoming someone else overnight. Just a cleaner, calmer routine. That may sound far removed from blockbuster cinema. It is not. For Johansson, the move represents control. She is no longer only the person being photographed, cast, marketed, and analyzed. She is also building the product, shaping the message, and deciding what the audience sees. The timing matters because celebrity businesses are rarely judged by the product alone. They are judged by credibility. Johansson has spent years playing characters who project confidence, danger, intelligence, and restraint. That image now follows her into the marketplace. The challenge is obvious. Audiences are skeptical of famous people attaching their names to ordinary products. A logo is not trust. A red carpet is not expertise. So the business has to appear personal without becoming overly intimate. The Outset's message is built around that balance. Johansson can discuss sensitive skin and the pressure of Hollywood beauty standards, while still keeping the rest of her life behind a closed door. Then there is the lighter story involving her husband, Colin Jost. During a taping connected to pop culture Jeopardy, an audience member brought up Johansson. Jost responded with a joke, reportedly correcting the way her name was being pronounced. It was brief. It was harmless. And it spread because celebrity culture can turn a few seconds of banter into a full news cycle. The moment also reveals something about Johansson's public image. Even when she is not in the room, she remains part of the conversation. But the conversation is often filtered through someone else's words, someone else's camera, and someone else's idea of what the audience wants to know. That distance between public curiosity and private access has defined Johansson's career. She became famous young, but never fully embraced the idea that fame requires total availability. There are interviews, premieres, campaigns, and carefully chosen appearances. Then there are long stretches where the public receives very little. In a culture that rewards oversharing, restraint can look mysterious. Sometimes it is simply a boundary. Johansson has also spoken about the pressure placed on women in entertainment, especially the expectation to remain marketable while aging, changing, and taking control of their own careers. Her response has not been one dramatic declaration. It has been a series of decisions made over time. Her next chapter is also drawing attention in Hollywood. Reports indicate that Johansson is connected to an upcoming Universal project described as an exorcist film, with additional casting developments surrounding the production. The details remain limited, and that is important. In an era when rumors are published as certainty, the safest conclusion is simply that her name is attached to another major genre project. If it moves forward, the choice would fit a familiar pattern. Johansson has repeatedly moved between prestige drama, action, science fiction, comedy, and franchise cinema. She does not stay inside one box for long. The audience may recognize the face. The role, however, is rarely the same twice. That flexibility is the real engine behind her staying power. Many stars become identified with one breakthrough character. Johansson became identified with several. There was the intimate drama, the action hero, the science fiction lead, the comic performer, and the voice behind an artificial intelligence that never needed a physical body to dominate the screen. Each role added another layer without completely replacing the last one. The result is a career that feels less like a straight line and more like a series of controlled reinventions. That may be why a skincare interview, a husband's joke, or a casting report can all generate interest. Each headline points back to the same question: what is she becoming next? So, is Scarlett Johansson involved in a new scandal? Based on the current coverage, no clear evidence points to one. The traffic spike appears to be a collision of smaller stories: a high-profile interview, a celebrity business, a viral entertainment moment, and renewed attention around future film work. That may sound ordinary. It is not ordinary when the person at the center has spent years turning limited access into lasting fascination. Johansson's public strategy is simple to describe and difficult to imitate. Show up when the moment serves the work. Keep the private life private. Then let the audience fill in the silence. For now, that silence is still doing its job.